Hi, my name is Meg, and the name of my soap is Luludi, and that is the Romani's word for flower. This is the flower full moon, so that means it is May's shop update, and it's kind of a big one. I have 5 soaps in it. I'm bringing back quite a few things. They're restocked and made again this year, including the honeybee, made with real local Wisconsin honey from a farm not far from here. It has the cute little bee embed in it. This year I did not film making the actual bee piece, but I did last year. So when that video comes out, I will link last year's video in it so you can see how I did the little bee. It's just a nice soap. People love it. I have my first craft show of the season coming up on May 9th. So if you're local to Wisconsin, please check my website because I have up the shows that I've already got set so far. So that's exciting on that. I brought back Hyssop, which has been a favorite of my customers since holiday time. It just has a different natural color this time. It turned out so great. I can't wait to show you that video. That will be coming soon too. I made the baby soap. Again, I hadn't made it in a while, and this time it's unscented completely so that it's safe for newborns. It's my most gentle soap, and there's going to be a little baby gift that kind of goes with that, with my natural powder with no talc in it, and the balm that I've always used on my children when they were babies, my multi-purpose. It makes an excellent diaper cream, so that's in the baby gift. And I also made the Queen of Hungary again this year, Queen of Hungary soap. If you don't know, that is an ancient recipe for what was called Queen of Hungary water, and it was used traditionally for hundreds of years as like a facial toner, but also in your hair and like a perfume. I used all the same herbs and flowers that goes into Queen of Hungary water, but I infused them into the oils, and there's beautiful flowers on top, and this year she has a crown, so stay tuned for that. I solved my filming problems, so every week after this there will be another video to show you May's collection, but they are all available right now on my website and on my Etsy. They are linked below, as well as my Patreon, where every month you get a sample slice of that month's soap and a little special surprise gift and a code that never expires that you can use as many times as you like to get soap, of course, because you're now a patron. So if you think about that, support me. I would be eternally grateful. Trying to build something here to help my sweet husband, whose health is not that great right now, and if I just dream of being able to take care of him better so that he doesn't have to work so hard. So it's not just good soap, it's gonna help a good man. So anyway, I'm gonna get into today's soap, which is not a restock or something I haven't done before. This is a completely new one, and it turned out so good. If I had left in the sound, you would have heard me squeal with delight when I cut it, because it was just, oh, everything like I hoped and dreamed. It's called Flower Moon, and of course it's got a full moon in it, and I was thinking of those beautiful nights in the beginning of summer when the moon is full and it lights up the beautiful fresh new green grass, and there are moths and lightning bugs everywhere and flowers. So just that feeling of walking outside at nighttime in the very beginning of summer on a full moon. So I hope that's what this soap will make you feel when you see it. So anyway, let's get into today's soap. That is the Flowers Moon. So the natural colors that are in this soap is spirulina for the ground that's going in right now. I mix that with a little bit of olive oil just so it doesn't get so fluffy and airborne, and it helps it blend into the soap better. There is activated charcoal and indigo in the sky. I was using up the last of my indigo infusion. I'll need to make a new batch for upcoming fall soaps. In the flowers that you'll see in a little while is yellow clay, pink rose clay, and indigo too, in a different shade of blue for those flowers. And then the white is just uncolored soap on those as well. The little moths in the sky are also colored with yellow clay. And the scent is a essential oil blend that's called Love Potion. Smells really nice and like a bunch of flowers, so appropriate for this soap. For the rest of this, I want you just to sit back and relax while you watch, while I read to you some of my favorite poems that I can think of for this particular soap's theme of a midsummer night. So, of course, from Shakespeare. Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire, I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coats spots you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors, in those freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lob of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here anon. And this is pieces from a poem called Hymn to Intellectual Beauty by Percy Bysshe Shelley. As summer winds that creep from flower to flower, like moonbeams that behind some piny mountain shower, it visits with inconstant glance each human heart and countenance, like hues and harmonies of evening, like clouds and starlight widely spread, like memory of music fled, that aught that for its grace may be, dear and yet dearer for its mystery. Thy light alone, like o'er mountains driven, or music by the night wind sent, through strings of some still instrument, or moonlight on a midnight stream, gives grace and truth to life's unquiet dream. And this poem is called The Garden by Moonlight by Amy Lowell. A black cat among roses, phlox, lilac misted under a first quarter moon, the sweet smells of heliotrope and night-scented stock. The garden is very still. It is dazed with moonlight, contented with perfume, dreaming the opium dreams of its folded poppies. Fireflies light up, open and vanish. High as the tip buds of the golden glow, low as the sweet alyssum flowers at my feet, moon shimmer on leaves and trellises, moon spikes shafting through the snowball bush. Only the little faces of the lady's delight are alert and staring. Only the cat, padding between the roses, shakes a branch and breaks the checkered pattern as water is broken by the falling of a leaf. Then you come, and you are quiet like the garden, and white like the alyssum flowers, and beautiful as the silent sparks of the fireflies. Ah, beloved, do you see those orange lilies? They knew my mother, but who belonging to me will they know when I am gone? And this one is Flowers by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Spake full well in language quaint and olden, one who dwelleth by the castled Rhine, when he called the flowers so blue and golden, stars that in earth's firmament do shine, stars they are, wherein we read our history as astrologers and seers of eld, yet not wrapped about with awful mystery, like the burning stars which they beheld. Wondrous truths, and manifold as wondrous, God hath written in those stars above, but not less in the bright flowerets under us stands the revelation of his love, bright and glorious in that revelation, written all over this great world of ours, making evident of our own creation in these stars of earth, these golden flowers. And the poet, faithful and far-seeing, sees alike in stars and flowers a part of the self-same universal being, which is throbbing in its brain and heart, gorgeous flowerets in the sunlight shining, blossoms flaunting in the eye of day, tremulous leaves with soft and silver lining, buds that open only to decay, brilliant hopes all woven in gorgeous tissues,
flaunting gaily in the golden light. Large desires with most uncertain issues, tender wishes blossoming at night. These in flowers and men are more than seeming, workings are they of the self-same powers, which the poet in no idle dreaming seeth in himself and in the flowers. Everywhere about us are they glowing, some like stars to tell us spring is born. Others, their blue eyes with tears overflowing, stand like Ruth amid the golden corn, not alone in spring's armorial bearing, and in summer's green emblazoned field, but in arms of brave old autumn's wearing, in the center of his brazen shield. Not alone in meadows and green alleys, on the mountain top and by the brink of sequestered pools and woodland valleys, where the slaves of nature stoop to drink, not alone in her vast dome of glory, not on graves of birds and beasts alone, but in old cathedrals high and hoary, on the tombs of heroes carved in stone, in the cottage of the rudest peasant, in ancestral homes whose crumbling towers, speaking of the past onto the present, tell us of the ancient games of flowers. In all places, then and in all seasons, flowers expand their light and soul like wings, teaching us by most persuasive reasons how akin they are to human things. And with childlike, credulous affection, we behold their tender buds expand, emblems of our own great resurrection, emblems of the bright and better land. I hope you liked this soap and the poems. I thank you so much for watching. Happy May and take care.